Small scale industries in India during the pre reform era. It is the story between 1950s to 1990s. After independence, India adopted a planned economic development strategy. The Industrial Policy Resolution IPR 1956 recognized small scale industries as an important instrument for achieving industrial growth, employment generation, rural development, and equitable distribution of income. Since large industries required huge capital investment and advanced technologies, the government promoted small scale industries as a practical solution for a labor abundant economy like India. Why were small scale industries promoted? Point 1. India faced widespread unemployment and underemployment after independence. Small scale industries are labor intensive, meaning they require more worker and less capital. Therefore, they were considered an effective tool for generating employment opportunities, particularly in rural and semi urban areas. And point 2, shortage of capital. The private sector lacked adequate financial resources to establish large industries. Small scale industries required comparative lower investment and could be established with limited capital, making them suitable for India's economic conditions. There is one more point which is very important, that is social welfare objectives. The government aimed to reduce regional disparities and ensure balanced economic development. Small scale industries helped spread industrial activities to backward regions and improved economic distribution among the population. There is one more important point, and that is lack of incentive for private sectors. Private entrepreneurs were generally interested in highly profitable sectors and urban areas. Therefore, the government encouraged small industries to produce essential goods and promote industrialization in less developed regions. There is one more important factor, that is the role of CAV committee. The Village and Small Scale Industries Committee, popularly known as the CAV Committee, established in 1955, played a significant role in shaping government's policy towards small scale industries. They given major recommendations like expansion of small scale and village industries, provision of credit facilities and financial assistance, technical training and skill development, marketing support for small producers, and last but not the least, development of rural industries to reduce migration to cities. The objective of CAV committee is to believe that small scale industries could a. Promote rural development. B. Generate large scale employment. C. Utilize local resources efficiently. D. Encourage entrepreneurship. And E. Reduced income inequality. As a result, the government adopted several measures to support the growth of SSIs. Investment criteria for SSIs during the pre-reform period: a small-scale industries were generally defined as an industrial unit with investment in plant and machineries not exceeding rupees 5 lakh. This limit was revised upward over to accommodate inflation and technical changes. The low investment required enabled small entrepreneurs to enter the industrial sector and contributed to the rapid expansion of small scale industries across the country. Protection provided to small scale industries are very crucial, since small scale industries could not compete effectively with large industrial firms. The government adopted a policy of protection and promotion. The policy is meant for particularly two reasons. One is reservation of product. The government reserved the production of several products exclusively for small scale industries. Large firms were not allowed to manufacture these products. The benefit of this policy is protected small-scale industries from competition, guaranteed market opportunities, and encouraged new entrepreneurs. On the other side, there is one more reason, that is concessions and incentives. Various incentives were provided, including lower excise duty, subsidized credit and loans, preferential treatment in government procurement, tax concessions, technical and marketing assistance. These concessions measures reduced production cost and improved the viability of small enterprises. Now, small-scale industries and import substitution has very big relation. India followed an import substitution industrialization strategy during the pre-reform era. Under the strategy, domestic industries were encouraged to produce goods that were previously important and that was imported. SSIs contributed significantly by producing consumer goods and intermediate goods, reducing dependency on foreign imports, conserving scarce foreign exchange reserves, promoting self-reliance and indigenous production. Thus, small-scale industries became an integral part of India's strategy for achieving economic independence. Contribution of SSIs to the Indian economy is very, very crucial. Economic contribution, if I ask, increased industrial production, promoted entrepreneurship, supported export growth, encouraged utilization of local resources. But on the other side, it has social contribution as well, like general employment, which is increased, generated employment at low capital cost, reduced regional imbalances, promoted rural industrialization, improved income distribution. Development contribution strengthened the industrial base of the economy, supported balanced regional development, and reduced migration from village to urban centers. But last but not the least, if we critically analyze the contribution of small-scale industries, although small-scale industries contributed significantly to employment and rural development, excessive protection often reduced competition and efficiency. Underline, excessive protection often reduced competition and efficiency. Many firms remained technological backward and dependent on government support. Nevertheless, during the pre-reform period, small-scale industries successfully fulfilled their primary objective of employment generation, rural development, and promotion of self-reliance. At the end, we can say that small-scale industries were a cornerstone of India's industrial strategy between 1950s to 1990s, supported by the Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956. The recommendation of COW Committee and the policy of import substitution, SSIs played a vital role in generating employment, promoting rural development, reducing regional inequalities, and strengthens India's industrial base. Despite certain limitations, they remained one of the most important instruments of inclusive economic development in the pre-reform era.